What is up, guys? It is your boy Red from Hero Games. It is Digi Monday. We are celebrating 200 subscribers today. I'm pretty excited. I am bringing you my BT9 Metal Empire build. We're finally playing a little bit of Machinedramon. I've been telling you guys this has been coming. I've been putting it off a little bit just because I haven't been able to get enough changes to really kind of enjoy it. The last few sets with BT7 and BT8, although there were things to do, I just never really got around to it with how quickly the sets have been coming out and how much new stuff there was. But we actually have new machine-based stuff here, and actually a lot of variety you can do to machine builds. It's just going to be kind of the cool new thing, I guess, to hard play level 6s. Going back to old Megazoo days, right? So anyways, we're going to take a look at our black base Machinedramon. If you're going to be bringing up the blue base, we will talk about that. But let's get right to it here. For our eggs, we are running 4 copies of Kapurimon. Kapurimon has the inheritable of, while this Digimon has blocker, it gains plus 1000 DP on our turns. This is the old school ST5 starter deck Kapurimon. No real specific reason to run this one. I actually don't really have a black egg that I actually really want to run, so I just kind of threw this one by default. A lot of people will go for the Kapurimon that on deletion, look at the top card deck. If it's a black Digimon card, add to hand. I really don't want to run that in this build because of how many red cards there are. I don't want to be bottom decking them. So we just go with the least awful black egg for this situation. We are running 4 copies of our main level 3 Hagurumon. Hagurumon is on play. You may trash 1 Digimon card with Machine or Cyborg in its traits to draw 2 cards. This is going to be a main form of draw power. I definitely prefer hard playing him over evolving him. In fact, sometimes I'll just be leaving this egg here and not even do anything with it just because I'd rather get the draw power off the Hagurumon. It's really good. Offset this with 2 copies of the original BT2 Hagurumon just to have a 2-drop to play when we want to go a little bit cheap on the memory. And 2 copies of level 3 Chumon for the mirror match, and perhaps against blue, want to deny them their hammer sparks. Having the Chumon out can be really nice for memory oppression at times. For our level 4s, we are going to be playing 4 copies of EX1 Guardromon. Guardromon is a blocker that cannot attack, has 6000 DP, evolve for 2. When attacking, you may trash 1 Digimon card with Machine or Cyborg in its traits to draw 2 cards. So it goes really nice with that Hagurumon. Whether we play this Hagurumon for 3, we can get the draw off him, and then if it's still our turn, evolve for 2. Or if we need to offset a little bit, we can drop this Hagurumon for 2 and evolve into Guardromon for 2. Neither are really bad options in this deck. And then we'll be playing 2 copies of Mekanorimon. It is a machine blocker. Cannot attack, but on your turn, your opponent's turn, if this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon battle, it unsuspends. So you know how Mecha goes by now, although he hasn't been seen as much as he used to be. Basically, as long as he doesn't die, he's blocking indefinitely forever, which is really great for anti-Ricky Rush things. Machinedramon can take a little while to build up, so seeing some mechas can really help stall momentum. Running 3 copies of MetalTyranomon. MetalTyranomon is 3 to evolve. When Digivolving, you will reveal top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 level 6 Digimon card with Machine and its traits among them to your hand. Trash the remaining cards. So this does 2 things for us. It allows us to search for our level 6 Digimon, but also placing their matching components in the trash. Best thing we can hope for is to reveal 1 level 6 and 2 level 5s, and that'll be the best search off that we can get. Opponent's turn, while this Digimon has Machine and its trait, it gains Reboot. Pair this up with 2 copies of Andromon, who has the exact same when Digivolving effect of searching for a level 6 machine, trashing the rest. And while this Digimon has machines in its traits, it gains blocker, going really nice with that Reboot inheritable. For our 2 copies, we are running 2 copies of Megadramon. On play, delete up to 2 your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less, so this can be good, more anti-Ricky Rush mechanics. And then your turn, it gives our machine security attack +1 for its inheritable, allowing us to get in that aggression. We are pairing this up with the starter deck Megadramon. This one just has the inheritable blocker going in with the Andromon, but with how slow of a start we get with this deck, it is very imperative we run plenty of opportunities to get blocker in on the build. Everything else, we're running a 1-up. We will be running 1 copy of MetalMamemon. This has the when Digivolving effect of searching top 3 to add a level 6 and trash the rest. And then it's inheritable when this Digimon attacks. If it has machine in its traits, delete 20 of your opponent's Digimon with play cost 5 or less. Putting this with MetalGreymon, who's a red that can evolve on top of a black. Has when attacking, when this Digimon attacks a player, delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with 4000 DP or less. And this gives our machines piercing. 1 copy of the new BT9 Megadramon when Digivolving on either red or black. Delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers with a play cost 3 or less. And its inheritable is when attacking, if this Digimon has machine or dragonkin in its traits, still delete an opponent's Digimon or Tamer with play cost 3 or less, allowing us to really punish those hybrid plays. You won't see too many Tamers, I think, nowadays with play cost 3 or less. I don't get to use this ability all that often, but if we're playing against hybrid decks, it'll come up, popping those really relevant Tamers. It'll also pop your Cool Boys or your Nokias, your Analogs, the other kind of utility Tamers people run. 1 copy of BT8 MetalGreymon when Digivolving, de-Digivolve 1 and delete a Digimon with 3000 DP or less. And while this Digimon has machine in its traits, this Digimon can attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon, which can be really spicy. And running a copy of Megadramon, which will give our level 6s plus 2000 DP on our turn, and Guardromon to give him plus 2000 DP on our opponent's turn. For our level 6s, we are running 1 copy of Guardromon just because. If we're early enough in the build here, I like to put him on top of the Guardromon, then on top of maybe the MetalTyranomon. He's a blocker naturally. He'll get reboot. We can attack and start getting that draw power off there. And then when Digivolving, he'll search top 5 cards. We can play an option card with a play cost 7 among them. Of course, we won't actually be doing that because we won't run them. So he'll delete a Digimon whose play costs 4 or less instead, and all those cards we revealed will go to trash. Base case scenario, we're putting 5 level 5s in trash. I think most I've gotten off that is 1 option card and 4 level 5s in trash, which was beautiful. The main boy himself, we are running 4 copies of Machinedramon from EX1. Machinedramon is a black Digimon that can evolve on top of black or red for 3. However, we will be doing the on play. On play for 12, we can take 5 level 5 red or black cyborg Digimon from our hand or trash and place them underneath this Digimon. We gain 1 memory for each, meaning he plays for 7, preferably. We do need to have at least 2 memory to play him initially, due to the way of the memory gain mechanics work. On all turns, this Digimon's DP can't be reduced, so forget your yellow stuff. And then on all turns, when this Digimon would be deleted, by any means, we may discard 2 sources to prevent his deletion. So that's deletion by card effect, deletion by battle. Grandis is not piercing over us. Guardromon's not piercing through us. Black Wars can swing into us unsuspended all at once. We'll still be standing tall. Evolving on top of that, we are going to evolve for 1, preferably into Chaosdramon. So normally a 4 cost to evolve on top of a level 5. Chaosdramon may evolve on top of Machinedramon for a cost of 1. On Digivolve, you may place 1 red or black level 5 cyborg from our hand or trash underneath this card, and then we may delete a opponent's Digimon of 6000 DP or less for each level 5 in the stack, making Chaosdramon a really good board wiper, depending on the type of decks we're playing against, but also allows him just to get even more inheritables underneath him, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. For our Tamers, we're running 3 copies of Analog Youth. He's going to be our main go-to Tamer here. On play, we can reveal top 3 cards of the deck, add 1 Digimon card among them, preferably level 6, and trash the rest of them. So if I pull anything but level 5, I will try to grab either the level 3, the level 4, or the level 6, because I want those level 5s in trash. I'm hoping to pull at least 2 level 5s and then add something to my hand. And then when one of our level 5 or higher Digimon is deleted, if it has sources, we can suspend this Tamer to gain a memory and draw a card. We get a couple of these out here, and since we're playing mostly level 5s and higher, we're hopefully able to get some memory gain to punish our opponent for deleting our Digimon. Or even then, we can utilize that by, since we'll have a lot of level 5s out, I like to swing with the 5s, hope they die. If they die, trigger Analog to gain that memory, then play Machine. Pairing that up with 2 copies of EX2 Kazu, who's another really good Tamer for this set. If you if you have a Digimon with Cyborg or Machines in his traits at the start of our main phase, gain 1 memory. When one of your Digimon with Cyborg or Machine in his traits attack or is suspended, that's either attacking or blocking, you may suspend this Tamer to draw 1 card and then trash 1 card in the hand, adding a lot of draw power while getting our level 5s in trash. Really fantastic. Running 1 copy of Memory Corrector Tai Kamiya to set our memory to 3 and give our black Digimon on our opponent's turn an extra 1000 DP. And then 1 copy of Starter Deck Tai that if we use blocker, we may unsuspend one of our Digimon, preferably allowing us to block twice with Machinedramon, which can be really cool. For our option cards, we are running 3 copies of Ultimate Connection. Ultimate Connection is a really great card. You may trash 1 level 5 Digimon with Cyborg and its traits from your hand to gain 2 memory and draw 1. So this is a spend 1 to gain 2, basically a +1 overall, and we get to draw a card. Most importantly, it helps us not only get some bit of memory control, but we can get some level 5s in trash. Its security effect is activate this card's main effect, meaning we gain 2 memory on our opponent's turn, which is fantastic and can really shut things down, as well as add a little bit of draw power. We're pairing this up with 3 copies of the new option card, and this is the main reason to play Machines Now this set. Attack of the Heavy Mobile Digimon. Plays for 0. You may trash 1 card with Cyborg or Machine in its traits in your hand to have all of your level 6 Digimon with Machine in their traits gain Rush and on play Blitz for the turn. His security effect, you may trash 1 Digimon card with Cyborg or Machine in its traits in your hand to delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with play cost less than or equal to the trash card. So if we hit this thing of security, we can trash Chaos Dramon or Machinedramon here, be deleting play cost 12 or less Digimon, which is really good. So strats are pretty simple here. The egg is kind of irrelevant, right? We don't actually need the egg. We want to be playing our Hagurumons to get the draw power here. Once we get that draw power off with them, discarding hopefully a level 5 into the trash, we'll be evolving for 2 into a Guardromon here. Besides the Guardromon here, we will of course be playing Mecha, and we'll be using mostly these guys to protect our security when needed from lower level rush swings. We do kind of want our opponent to be getting into our security because we likely have a lot of these level 5s in here, so we want them to help us get these level 5s in trash, as well as check these option cards or tamers. But we also want to be careful not to let them get too overboard, so we're going to use the blockers to help kind of mitigate our opponent's aggression. Then we want to Digivolve into one of these level 5s that preferably have a when Digivolving effect. MetalTyranomon, Andromon, or MetalMamemon can be preferred so we can get their search effects. Likewise, we can also go for cards like Megadramon, MetalGreymon to get more of a board control going, even with this one, with the when attacking effect. I do find that I do prefer the MetalTyranomon though, and I like to optimally end the MetalTyranomon into a Guardromon if he's available. We'll of course get Guardromon's when attack or Digivolve effect, putting more cards in our trash. We can then attack using the Guardromon to get the draw power and putting cards in our trash, and we can use Kazu to mitigate that more, adding more draw power and getting cards in our trash. By now we should be having a nice looking trash and a lot of options in hand. We don't really care if the Guardromon dies or not. He's swinging for 11k or 12k with the egg, because he does come up in this circumstance. If he dies, great. If he doesn't die, then he reboots. He's a blocker for next turn. We will definitely let our opponent delete him so we can get that level 5 in trash. Maybe even trigger some of these analogs to gain that memory. Once we're all kind of set up, we will hard play that Machinedramon and put our pieces underneath. What pieces I go to, of course, depends on what's available and what I actually want to play against. So we are almost always going for a reboot and going for a blocker combo. That's why I run the 3 and 4 inheritable wise. I really need to see those two for Machinedramon play to be optimal. From there on, it's just kind of flavor. We could add piercing. We could swing into unsuspended Digimon, and those two go really nicely together. We could even add another plus 2000 DP onto that, making him a 13k swinger into unsuspended Digimon with piercing, which is really nice. Or we can trade out that 2000 DP for security +1, which can be really good. or we wanted to go full on the offensive board control here, we can pair this up with plus 2000 on opponent's turn to really go with that blocker inheritable, and then pair it with cards like Megadramon and MetalMamemon to delete our opponent's Digimon on the counterattack. And we can mix and match that indefinitely. There's all kinds of different scenarios you can put these together, and then as you get more of these in trash, you can play more Machinedramons and really mix and match them some more. Machinedramon's ability to discard sources to prevent death allows us to not have to worry about blocking against higher DP Digimon, especially piercing builds. They won't get through us since we won't die. And those pieces we discard back into the trash, we can end up getting again, because once it's our turn again, now we're ready to go into Castromon for 1, add one of these back into the stack, and then start destroying stuff again. Castromon does lose the deletion protection, so when we're doing it, we want to make sure we're doing it for offensive reasons. There's no reason to just go into Castromon for no reason, because the deletion protection is much more preferred, but a surprise Castromon can really help clear the board and set us up for game, especially if we can put in another security attack +1 in the stack. Can really help close out the security to swing for game. And all this goes really well with Attack of the Heavy Mobile Digimon, because now with this card, we will play this card, discard a level 5, hard play Machinedramon. It gets Blitz and Rush. Now, the elephant in the room, the blue base. Yes, blue base is probably still, not even probably still, blue base is definitely the superior build with the VMons, the jamming VMons with the draw power off that, playing Kaiser Nail and Tidal Wave like you've seen in my previous Machinedramon video. I'm not running that just because I'm tired of the blue base. I want to try something new. I wanted to play more black level 3s. I wanted to just kind of play regular machines, so that's also why I'm not running any level 7s like the Omnimons for the Blitz for game like I ran before. You could definitely tech in Omnimon, Omnimon X, Omnimon Defeat. Omnimon Mercy mode is probably a really good play nowadays too. I just really didn't feel like crowning it up. I just wanted pure machine. This is my fun deck this set. So I'm not trying to go too ham on it, and it's been really fun. It's been doing pretty good against other friendly decks. We've been playing very well against Blue Hybrid after their nerf with the Tommies. We've been playing really good against Grandrak. Played really well against Beelzemon. So a lot of just the non-meta decks around. Even then, we could probably give meta decks a little bit of a shake-up here. Cards like Guardromon and Grandis Kuwagamon might have trouble getting through us since we have deletion protection. We can block to stop their piercing swings. It's kind of just something to think about. But don't forget to like and subscribe for more Digimon content. There's a lot of new stuff coming up on our way. I will be streaming some Digimon games coming soon, so if you're into more Digimon stuff than just the TCG, let me know. Might even look at some Pokemon TCG stuff if anybody's interested. But let me know in the comments what you're enjoying this set, and I'll be sure to catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.